Alrighty, so to get the most out of this class, set up just like that, if you would. Putting two chairs with a decent amount of space between them, with the backs of the chairs facing in, and a chair to sit on behind. So what this does is creates our nice little training space for all the underlying foundational skills for walking, moving fast, gait, backwards, forwards, and turning, and all of that. So set that up and then scoot to the front edge of your chair, and you can be facing forward, of course, like this. I'm just turning sideways so you can see the alignment here. Head above shoulders, above hips. Call that zhong zheng, or central upright. Hands on your thighs, shoulders relaxed, elbows heavy, sunk down a little bit. Legs loose and relaxed. And just a little breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. There we go, it's back. Breathing. We've got our central pillar intact. Then we relax and soften and loosen. When we do that, the body somewhat dilates. There's a sort of space between every single relationship inside the body that allows for internal flow, and it allows for movement of all the parts. We want looseness everywhere rather than tension everywhere. It also allows for chun one, or soft, sunken, heavy, down through the chair, down through the legs, grounding us, much like a plug in a socket. That idea, how do we plug ourselves into the ground? From the Taoist point of view, it's by relaxing. So when we relax, a natural downward trajectory of sort of density in the body goes back where it's supposed to be, underneath. And then what's left, they call Qingling, or light, nimble, agile function. Breathing in through the nose, long and smooth. Out through the nose or the mouth, long and smooth. We'll just do this, let's say 10 or 12 breaths, so make each one really count. All the way in as full as you feel comfortable. A light holding of the breath there. All the way out. Holding breath empty there. Now, slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arching. And then slide your hands forward past your knees, hollowing, rounding, dropping the head. We'll do that 4 more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Then let's arch and settle to neutral. Go right into the twist. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. And then turn the other way. Twist. One more time to your left. Then back to middle and hang the arms loose. And we do the sideways. Lean to the right, left wrist and foot up. Back to middle. Lean left. Right. Left. Couple more. And middle. Shoulder blades forward and up, back and down. Do about 5 or 6 of these in this direction. Remember that point about space. What we're really cultivating is space between the movable parts in the body. The more space we have, the more it's like we've lubricated and powered up all the mechanisms. Let's reverse. Back and up, forward and down. So just improving the brain and body connection through the nervous system by putting these mechanisms through their paces and relax. And one more for the upper body. Bend the elbows and let's just flare up and down and around to the front. Touch. And down. Out and up. Down. Around and in. Down. One more. And then elbows back, down, forward, up, forward, down, back, down, forward, up. One more. And then finally in this little set, elbows out, one hand high, one hand low, wrap, elbows out, switch, wrap, elbows out, switch. Out. Out. Now all that should allow for this loose hanging quality through your arms. Now scoot back a little on the chair so you're very sturdy. Load your right leg up towards chest, wrap around with the hand, pull up and in, flex the foot softly, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, and one more each. And foot and ankle, straighten the leg, point and flex. Tilt the foot in and out. Circle. Reverse circle. Switch. Other leg, point and flex. Tilt in and out. Circle. And reverse circle. Down. Scoot back to the front edge of your chair. Step your feet a little wider apart than hip distance. Lift the toes up, turn on the heels, turn knees and toes in, and knees and toes out. Knees and toes in, knees and toes out. Couple more. In, out. In, out. In, out. And neutral. Now lift the heels a little. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in, right? Hopefully you can feel, and you can see it on my body, feel it in your body, this space, this rotatable space here at the top of the thigh where it plugs into the hip socket. It's really important space for functional movement. They call the quad. So it's like this here, the groin, belly, low back. This whole region is like the cockpit of the body, and it controls, or it's where we can control effectively all movement. Right? They call it the dantian, or the elixir field, or the central reservoir, right? So, if the more you practice, the more it starts to feel like, okay, here's where you control from, and you got this limb it can move, and this one, and then they can move together, and then the body can move from that area. So that's where all this Tai Chi practice helps us to tune to this middle. Bring your feet back to hip distance. From that same middle, fold. And then sit vertical and tip back. So you can be totally relaxed. Just let your arms hang. Fold. And then sit upright. And tip back. And again, fold. Tip back. Now let's stand up and sit down. Slide your feet back a little. Fold from the hips. Come forward a little so that middle is above the feet. Then you just push through the earth and rise up tall. Then when you fold at the hips, sending the butt back a little bit, the middle still above your feet. You keep it above your feet as you sink, and then you can commit where your middle is down through the buttocks, down through the chair. And then to stand up, we have to go forward enough to get the middle above the feet. It's kind of a simple move, the stand and sit. Simple in that it's not highly complicated with a bunch of spiral movements or anything. It's just fold and rise, but it immediately illustrates how the middle is where we operate from. If I try to stand up like this, I can't because I haven't achieved middle to the ground, right? Now, don't sit in the chair. Use this to fold and sink and touch the earth, or touch your shins or touch the toes. So again, same idea. We're folding, folding, sinking, rising. And what you want to feel is that you can be soft, totally relaxed. Rather than clenching as you go down, can you relax down and relax up? So that we train ourselves to use our liquid system, hydraulic system. The Tai Chi practitioners call it song, soft, supple, pliable. Now, step in front of this chair that's on your right, fingertips touching the chair so you can safely play with taking your middle and tipping it forward so it connects more through the toes. And then from the middle, just tip back so it connects a little through the heels. Toes, heel, toe, heels. Now, we go into the toes, stay in the toes, lift your heels up, lower your heels down, rock back to the heels and lift your toes up, lower your toes down, rock to the toes, lift your heels up and down, rock back, lift your toes up and down. Try to keep as much verticality as you can through your body so that, because again, this can be done with no hands on anything theoretically, right? Like I can do it. I don't think you guys should try necessarily, especially back in the heels. That's a little dangerous, but act as if you were trying to do that, right? So hands can be on the chair, but still do it in such a way that you feel like, oh, I see, I could keep my balance, right? And settle to the middle. Now, hands on the back of the chair, walk your feet back, and we, from that same hip hinge area, fold and stick your butt way back, stretching legs back and shoulders. And then lift your chest up, let your hips come a little bit forward. Let's do that again. We're going to do twice more. So folding at the hips, leg stretch, back stretch, buttock stretch, shoulder. And then chest up, hips forward. And one more time. Fold. And chest up, hips forward. Walk your feet all the way forward. So you're right in front of the chair. And stand up straight. And then turn and face forward once more. And walk backwards a little bit so where you can still touch the chair as needed, if needed. But it's not right next to you. So have the chair in front of and off to your right. Now, no hands on anything. If you can, feel free to use the chair the whole time. Totally fine. So let's do the wrong thing first. Lock your knees. And notice when you lock your knees back, what happens? It makes you feel kind of stable, but it's stuck. There's something stuck in the knees. There's also usually something stuck in the lower back because the butt sticks back and the tail kind of goes up. So now soften the knees a little. Just let them be soft and bendable and feel like you could have your tailbone sinking down. So do just that thing a couple of times. Lock the knees back, get stuck. This happens by accident all the time, this little relationship. And then soften the knees and sink. So that's one of the most important little skills in Tai Chi is going tail down, soften the legs just a little bit. Now stay soft in the legs. This quality of letting the legs do their job rather than gripping them, letting them be springs, spring-loaded, and also letting Chun One happen, the grounding through the soft legs. Now from here, from your middle, right, to groin, belly button, this middle, just change the weight more to your right leg, back to the middle, more to your left leg. So more often than not, as we go into one leg, people lock up or they go too far into their hip. So try to find the minimum amount of left and right, and most of it is let that leg take the weight. So go over to this right leg, and then consciously soften the right leg, the leg that's got the weight, and see if that can allow you this little freedom, right? This little movement here. And then make your way over to your left leg, stay on it, sink down through it, and does that allow you this freedom? The freedom to slide your right foot. And then again, change over to the right leg, sink down through your right leg such that the left foot is free. And back. Change. Down through your left leg so your right foot is free. So this is such a key piece, but people overlook it all the time. Changing the weight. Weighting till the weight, body weight, actually gets totally here and none of it here before trying to do something. And then getting really good at dropping the weight. Dropping it. And eventually, it never comes up. So then what they say is it's as if the weight change happens underground. So the weight stays underground. What's changing is I'm down through there, and I'm down through there. Now, stay in your left leg. Lift your right heel, get to your right tippy toes. Put the heel back down, chain. Lift your left heel, get to the left tippy toes. Down, chain. Important piece here is the vertical line can stay intact, this vertical central upright, but it's not held up, meaning I'm not grabbing it to try to keep it upright. It's when everything's let go, there's a natural verticality that has some pliability, right? It's not rigid straight, but it's got the function of upright. So change, 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 and change. Now stay in your left leg, right hand touching the chair, go tippy toe, lift, place the whole foot down, chain. Tippy toe, lift, whole foot down, change. So if you start to feel comfortable, sturdy, this is a good one to try no hands because we're not doing some major lift. So you're just working on emptying the foot, tippy toe, disconnect it from the ground, place it down, no weight, chain. Tippy toe, lift, down, chain. Tippy toe, lift, down. Change. Now, take your right hand on the chair again. If it's not, go tippy toe and 4 times with this leg, all the way lift, all the way down, foot on the ground. And let's do that again. All the way, and all the way. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Now change. Go all the way into the right leg, left knee, all the way up, all the way down. Again, up, down. So getting sturdy, right? And someday this can be done no hands, sure. Or fingertips just touching lightly for safety. Now switch each time. So what we want to feel here is the weight change happens underground. This leg is empty, floats up and floats all the way back down, empty, and then change the weight underground from your middle. Lift, lower, change underground. Lift, lower. And someday no hands, sure. But use the chair to keep you safe. But don't overuse the chair, meaning leaning on it or grabbing onto it. Try to have a light relationship with the chair so that you're putting the workload through the vehicle, your body. Last one. And put all the weight in your left leg. Right foot in front, heel touch. So now, shift down through your right leg, down through your left leg. Shift. Shift. And we kind of want to exaggerate something. We want the toes to pull up and back. And then we're exaggerating the back of the foot as well, getting to the tippy toe. And then exaggerating this empty foot toe pull up and exaggerating. So we want to break up density, heaviness, rigidity in the calf, ankle, foot. Now, level 2 of this exercise, all the weights in your back leg, float your front foot empty. Float it back down with the heel empty, touching, and then commit 100%. And then the back knee, back foot empty, bend the knee, put the toe down empty, and shift. The weight down through your left leg, float, down, shift. Back leg empty, bend the knee, toe down, shift. One more. Empty. All right, we got our middle. The middle gives us our equilibrium. The legs have to change. That's key. Now here, lift, down, shift. Left leg forward and up, lift, back, shift. Weight down through the back leg, this leg lift, down, shift. Back leg empty, forward and up, reach back. Shift one more. Lift, down, shift. Shift. Switching sides. So we bring right foot next to left foot, side step, shift. Now we're over here. Put all the weight in that right leg, your left foot out in front, level 1, just vertical from the middle, down through the leg that's in front, down through the leg that's in back. Think of it again like a plug into the earth. Plug into the earth. And that takes care of moving us forward and moving us back in the best possible way. Down. One more. Down. So we're cleaning the way out, cleaning the way through to the earth. Now, left hand on the chair, float that empty left leg from the hip, down, and shift. Now the weight all down through that left leg, right leg, bent knee, toe down, shift. Weight down through that right leg, left leg empty, float, down, commit to the left leg, and then bend the knee, down, commit, lift, lower, commit, bend the knee, toe down, commit, lift, lower, commit, bend knee, toe down, commit. And level 3, hand on the chair so we can go full lift, down, shift. Once that back leg is empty, forward and up, reach the toe back, shift. All the way down through the right leg so left leg can lift, low, shift. Commit all the way to the left leg so the right leg can lift, reach back, shift. One more. And back. Now, switch sides again, back to the first side. All the weight in your left foot, right foot in front. Now, shift, step with no body weight, shift. And then we shift into the back leg, down to the earth. Be able to step this foot back with no weight, then commit to it. So there's no gamble. That's what we want. Whenever people like this, if I shift, I pick up this leg before it's really empty and I throw it out and I commit to it, I might successfully not fall down, but I still rolled the dice. I gambled every single time. Whereas here, you commit to this leg, this foot's empty, you step, there was no gamble involved, and then I commit here. And then same thing, commit, this leg empty, we step, and then commit. So there should feel like no terrified, throwing the foot out there, because we commit, take care of our stability in one leg. What's difficult about it is that we haven't done it enough, so the legs are a little weaker, or more than a little weaker than they need to be to support all of the weight. So that's the focus, is make that leg do the work it's designed to do enough so that it has the strength to do it. And that's what gives us this ability to float forward and back. Level 2, adding challenge. Float, down, shift. Now your back leg empty slowly over an obstacle. Out in front, shift. And then bend that knee, toe down, shift. Now this front leg, it's got to be empty. Float it, bend, reach. And then shift, plug into the earth. Stay plugged in, that's what frees this up. Now shift, plug in through your right leg. Stay plugged into the right leg. That's what gives you this freedom. And then plug into the left leg. That gives you the freedom to bend the knee. Plug into your right leg. Float. Key is you stay plugged into your right leg. You don't move backwards at all. Even though you found your new landing zone, you only move backwards when you've committed or plugged in. Same thing here. I plug in. That moves me forward. Now, as I'm stepping, I don't move forward at all. Just because I'm extending this leg to the earth in front, now I move forward when I plug down into the earth. Lift and lower. I'm moving backwards because I'm plugging in. Stay plugged in right where you are. Stay plugged in right where you are as the foot goes back, finds the earth. Then plug in. Right? Now level 3, lift, lower, plug in. That moved you forward. Now full range. Heel, knee, foot, down, and then we move forward by plugging in to the ground. Back leg empty, bring it up. Reverse. Plug in. Front leg empty. Up. Tuck. Reach. Still haven't moved backwards. Now you move because you're plugging into the earth. This leg empty. Plug into the earth. Back leg, heel, knee, foot, down. Still haven't committed to it, and then plug in. Stay plugged in right where you are, still where you are. Now you change. Stay right where you are the whole move. And now change. Switching sides. So bring right foot next to left, step, be over near this side. All your weight in your right leg, left foot in front. Plug in. Step without moving forward, and then plug in. Plug into the leg behind you. Step without moving anywhere, and then plug in. So taking these pauses to make sure you've done the thingy. Plug in, step without any forward movement, then plug in. Down to the earth, step without any backwards movement, and then down to the earth. Try a couple where you just flow it. Down, step, down. But it has those same events. Plug in, step without moving, plug in, and yet eventually that can be smooth. That can just be smooth. 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 Level 2. Hand on chair, lift, lower, plug in, stay right where you are as you step, and then plug in. Back leg, bend, down, plug in, up, tuck, reach, and plug in. Lift, lower, commit, back leg empty, commit, flamingo. Eventually this can be incredibly smooth, right? Everything can be smooth once we've dropped out all that clumsy tension and we start to learn to rely on soft, loose, pliable, relaxed. One more, level 2. Level 3, lift, lower, shift. Now you exaggerate, heel, knee, foot, down, plug in, that moves you forward. This leg can lift, return, I'm still just plugged in right where I am. Now I change which of my legs is yin or connected to the earth, which is yang, the heavens, movable, right? So now I have sturdy and movable, and then sturdy and movable, and then sturdy. And they make a point to say the sturdy is the primary. That's the one we have to make sure to get. If we don't get this one, this doesn't become available. So it's nice to have that that sequence of importance, right? Sort of a hierarchy of importance that if I just focus here, making sure this is intact, the other things come from that. And back. Now, come all the way to the left side of your space. Turn, face downrange. Put all the weight in your right leg. Now we're just going to do a little exercise before we go anywhere. This one here. So if I say take a step forward, a lot of times what naturally, habitually happens is people grab their foot and they pick it up and they move forward with their foot, right? Instead of, notice what I do here. Time to walk forward. The first thing I do is down and float a foot. This one's empty. Bring it back and switch. Down and step. Back. Down and step. Back. Down, step. So if you're standing at a stoplight, you're waiting in line somewhere, and it's time to move forward, you don't just, go. You go down where you are so that you can step, and then you commit to that leg, down, step, and then commit, down, step, commit, down, step, commit, down, and then when you're ready, going backwards, down, this foot empty, being able to step it without the body weight kind of going back with it, which is the big problem. As people step back, they go like this instead of stay where you are, elongate the leg behind you, find the ground, commit. Committed here, this foot is empty, elongate it back, commit. That leg empty, elongate it back, commit. Elongate back, commit. Going forward. commit. Step with no weight, commit. No weight, commit. 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 And back, back. All of this eventually allows for smooth walking. Smooth walking. Casual, relaxed, comfort. And from the starting place, turn, face forward. We go all the way in the left leg, right foot out, in, out, in. We're going to do that a few times. Out, in. Remember, where I am in space, where you are in space stays because of where you're plugged in. Now, this foot out, plug down through that leg, that moves you. Plug down through this leg, that moves you back. Down, down, down. Feel it underground. So the body up here can be soft and loose. And you're sturdy because you're connected down to the earth. Now stay down through your right leg, left foot empty, bring it in, out. So same thing, we're staying right where we are, and this is movable. So we're making a change. Open quack, close quack. Open, close. Open, close. Now feet are together, totally together. Just work on going down through the left, down through the right, down through the left, down through the right. So because the feet are together, there's very little side-to-side movement. There's still some. You can see it in my body on the screen that you can see more of the thing behind me over here. And then when I change into this leg, you can see more on this side. So there's some movement, but I'm not leaning. None of that's happening. It's just down, down, down. Now stay down through your left. You got your middle. Step out. Underground. Left leg is empty. Bring it in. Go down through the left leg. Right leg is empty. Step it out. Down. Left leg empty. Step it in. Down. Right leg empty. Out. Down. Left leg empty. Step in. Down. Step out. Down. Reversing when you're ready. So go all the way to the end and then come back. Middle, crown. So inside of this very relaxed body, right, is a stability, an equilibrium. But it's not because we're holding on to it. So that's the yin and yang, the paradox of it, is that we have to be totally relaxed and loose to find total, sturdy, stable equilibrium. Now, let's take that to the next little phase. So shifting the right leg, turn, brush, sweep. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. The bear washes paws in the stream. So that middle pivot point that I've been talking about, your middle pillar as well, turning, turning. The arms loose and fluid and buoyant with that Qing-Ling. Now, let's add the walk to this movement. So shift to your right leg, turn, brush, sweep. Stay there with the hands over here. Bring the left foot in. Keep the left foot in. Change the weight down through your left leg. Turn, brush, sweep. Hands stay on the left side, step your right foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Left foot is empty, step it in. Weight goes down through the left leg, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot is empty, step it out. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Left foot steps in, shift, turn, brush and sweep. Right foot empty, step out. All the weight eventually underground. Assume you're holding something that you don't need to be holding. Assume that constantly, so that you're constantly trying to relax and loosen and let go. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Step in, shift and turn, brush and sweep. Step out. Step in. Step out. This is the bear washing paws in the stream. As I've said before, it's the simplest possible intermediate Tai Chi. Let's take that up one notch, stepping right foot out. Your right hand down, your left arm floated up around chest level. Shift and turn, brush and swat. Then as you step your left foot in, change your left hand down, your right arm up to chest level. Shift into the left leg, turn, brush knee, swat the jumping fish. Right foot is empty, step it out. As your right hand goes down, left hand goes up. Eventually that happens simultaneously. So shift, turn, brush, swat, that's all one fluid gesture. Left hand should stay high, right? So Mark, you see that swat, right? And brush. And then left foot in as the hands change. Left hand down, right arm up. So notice how, Mark, your left hand, it looks like it went all the way to here. You want it to be here. So it's got to stay over here. Then shift into your left leg, turn, brush knee. Don't drop your right arm. So it stays chest level, right? That's that swat across, right? So there. Now, as you step your right foot out, right arm down, left arm up. But they stay over here. And then shift, turn, brush, and notice exactly, good catch, right? Because there's that tendency to kind of just drift down. Stay up high. Then the left hand is coming down, right arm coming up as you step your left foot in. Shift into your left leg, turn, brush, swap. Right hand coming down, left arm floating up, stepping right foot out. Shift, turn, brush and swap. Left foot steps in as the arms change, meaning left hand goes down but stays over here. Stays over here. Yeah. And then shift and turn, brush and swap. Keep that right arm up. Don't let it drift down. Keep your left hand down. Step right foot out. Right hand goes down, left arm floats up. So all that happens, and then we're ready to bring it across, but keep the left hand at chest level. Now bring left foot in and back out. Left hand down, right arm up. Then shift, turn, brush, swap. Step right foot in. Right hand goes down, left arm floats up. And then shift and turn, brush, swap. Simultaneously, the arms change and the left foot steps. Then shift and turn, brush and swap. So left hand should still be low. Right hand still high, all the way across. Get to the destination. Step the right foot in as the hands change. Shift and turn. Get the hands all the way to their destination, over here. Then the hands change, but they stay over on the right side. Step your left foot out, shift and turn. Get the hands all the way to their destination. Then the hands change, step the right foot in, shift and turn all the way to their destination. Left hand down, right hand up, step out, shift and turn all the way. Oh, you missed. You missed. Right arm up. Left hand down, shift and turn all the way to their destination. And then step in and out. Wash, wash, and settle. And then last little bit, come in between your chairs. Now we've got our middle pivot, all the weight down through the left leg, right leg empty, turn it open. Shift down through the right leg and bring the left foot around to match. So we've done a quarter turn right, and then we'll do it again. So put the weight down through your left leg, turn your right leg out, and then commit down through the right leg, bring your left foot to match it, and you should quarter turn, another quarter turn to your right. And then commit down through your left leg so you're stable, rotating from your middle, just opening so that your right foot and leg turn out. And then commit 100% to that right leg. You commit to the leg and bring the left foot around to match. And then down through your left leg again, turn your right leg out and commit and find yourself eventually back to facing forward. Let's go around again. So commit to that left leg, turn right leg out. Commit to the right leg, bring yourself around. Again, commit to the left leg so right leg is empty and can turn open. And then commit to right leg and bring left foot to match. Continue. Open, commit, turn. So continue to feel the weight is underneath you. So that's where your stability comes from, is being relaxed enough to let the weight get underneath you. And then your body's loose enough. Go around a third time. And again, if we only had one leg, then we wouldn't be able to do what we're able to do with the human body. So the two legs is key. But a lot of times people are using both of their legs as if they've only got one leg. They're stuck in both of them. But it's this commit to one to free the other. And then commit to that one to free this one. And then commit to that one to free the other. So that's called separate yin and yang. And it's just a key understanding of how to control our body vehicle. And then switch directions. Commit 100% to your right leg, turn your left leg out. Commit to the left leg and turn. Commit down through the right leg, turn open. Commit down through your left leg, close. Down through your right leg, open. Down through your left leg, close. Down through right leg, open. So go around 2 more times to your left. Again, just with that leisurely quality, that stillness. Easy. Turn. Open. Turn. Finish facing forward. Make sure you know where your chair is. Have a seat in your chair. Just a finishing self-massage. So you sit down. And we take hands together. Rub the palms. Rub the back of one hand. palms, palms, rub your palms, and then the back of the other hand. So again, it's the palms, back of one hand, the palms, and back of the other, and then the palms. And then we start with the groin area and the hip inguinal crease, they call it, right? That place where your legs meet your pelvis, and then to the hip flexor. So just feel that little line right in there, and then come around to the back, the tail up onto your lower back. And then we go down the outside of the legs, folding at the hips, come down around the outside of the feet to the inside of the legs, come up the inside of the legs past your groin all the way to your belly button. We're going to do that twice more. So groin, hip flexors, around to the tail, lower back, tail, and then clearing the outer channels of the legs down around to the inner channels, come up the inseam, inner channels of the legs, all the way to the belly button. So it finishes at that middle. One more time. Groin, hip flexors, tail, lower back, outer channels, inner to the nape. And then finally, outer arms all the way up over the shoulder. Turn your arm palm up, sweep down the inner arm to the wrist, and then off. Turn the arm down. We repeat on the same arm. Up the outer, turn the arm, down and off. Up the outer, turn, off. Two more. And switch. Up the outer, turn, off. Outer, turn, off. And take 5 breaths with good posture, returning to where we started class. Tending to those foundational ideas. Zhongjang, or central upright. Song, softness, suppleness, pliability. Hydraulics, liquid. Chunwan, let that which is heavy in the body go where it's supposed to go. Down, through you, underground, grounding. And then the body is Qinglin, or light, nimble, agile, buoyant. A few more breaths here. All right. Thank you, folks. Have a wonderful holiday. I will not be here Friday. I will be here the following Monday and Friday. So take good care. Thanks.